Hey everybody, my name's Calc and welcome to another Troodon video. Now, we were here in Highlands and File had heard some heavy set footsteps.
I hear its footsteps. To the north of
You're
north of Vile. North of Vile.
Alright, let's go.
Going through the bushes right now. It is a full-grown trike.
Hey, let's bully a trike, shall we? Now, this was recorded on the EU Official 3.
Full-grown trike heading east.
Standing
still in front of me.
We decided to check out the official servers just to see
Sounds like there also
how
might be an
good
aloe
or bad the
nearby.
ping actually was.
Yeah, Aloe was further south, I heard.
And the rubber banding was definitely rough. But overall, the interactions when the ping was stable was pretty good. But I hope you enjoy our video.
Kind of heading away from Calc, I think.
To get on track.
Okay, it wants the beat.
Hey. Alright, let's
Rob!
Going on, rubber banging is crazy. I'm alive.
It was just his rubber banding on its face.
Lol. I'm gonna try to go for 2 if I can. I'm gonna go on his left. Yep. Got 2. Remember, they didn't mention the rocks thing getting fixed yet, so if I get him to turn towards me, maybe Marvin or Vile follow up.
I was going to take a survey point and keep Overwatch. Just for a little while.
He's out of spar mode, so he can...
The good old classic rock or cliff campers.
So never in front of him.
Now, this was a really interesting fight for us because besides a couple lucky pounces, obviously, where we didn't get stuck on the rock, we didn't get stuck on the body.
I canceled my pounce halfway through flight, so luckily I didn't get stuck behind him.
Now, you have to be very careful when you're trying to bait and dodge. Be mindful of your surrounding, especially if you're playing on a server that is inconsistent with the ping like the official
I'm gonna
server.
spam call to see if he turns his head to me.
Oh, Raph.
I'm gonna scream at dodge, but
Attention.
I guess I'm dead.
The classic camping trike, finding themselves in a little bit of a wedge because they believe that the wall is going to make it easier for them to defend, because they know that all they have to do is turn last second at us, and if we hit the horns, it's instant death for a Troodon and a Raptor.
That's fine. Wedge won't
Now,
save
as you
him.
back up into a
Didn't
rock,
think
your
it's trying to
camera
get
moves
above him.
forward. It's kind of forced and shunted forward, so you can't really see that well to your sides.
I can still hit him from where he's at.
So we're going to use this
31.
to our advantage. I think showing you guys what angles you can kind of pounce in from, as well as like where that trike head hitbox starts, because as many of you may already have found out the hard way, running into a trike base first is instant death if you are any sort of pouncer.
He's kind of facing a little bit more towards me, but there's some rubber bands and pink spike going on right now.
So we're playing this slow. We're letting the stages drop. The new update had just dropped, so we don't really know what all has changed in some of the minute details and kind of like the shadow changes. Or sometimes things are adjusted and changed without us knowing.
If it dies down, I'll go for 2. Oh, wow. Yeah, during the day, it does not last very long, but it should be getting to nighttime here soon.
Now hopefully this will show you guys why we play so slow. A lot of people say that we bully our targets for anywhere from 20 to 30, 45 minutes. And yeah, it might seem like bullying, but we have to do this.
You want me to go for 1 Vile? Watch out. He's out of
No
spar,
need
out
to
of
rush
spar.
anything.
Trudon dies in a single tap, so it's super, super important. See how reactive somebody is, what their preferred attacks are. Using your environment to your advantage just like they are, cause them to be a little bit more reactive, be more aggressive, and open up opportunities for you to punish them. So all I'm trying to do,
Going for 1.
is see when I can get attacks in, how quickly does he try to, alt attack right back, because obviously you can be hit on your dismount. The rest of the pack is watching as well, seeing how reactive he is, where he's turning, and who his focus is on.
We might be able to go for 2 here if he moves over a little
Just
bit
like
more.
he's using the cliff and the wedge to minimize where we can attack from, I'm using the corner of this little wedge in order to actually get better hits in. And when he does end up pushing himself out, we don't all rush in to try to punish him because we want him to burn out stamina, become impatient, and start to panic.
Yeah, it's very short unless we get him to tier 3.
One thing I've noticed recently is the timing and the length of the stages. They don't seem to last very long on larger targets until you get them into stage 3.
Not very reactive.
To be honest, the rubber banding is much scarier than the Trike itself.
Yeah.
And with every new update, there is the possibility of, well,
That one?
server issues, which is fine. The official servers are always like this. Now that we know how reactive this Trike is, when he starts running and moving around, it's time for us to play around, see what we can get away with, see what the server's going to let us do with the rubber banding, ping, and the desync issues that we're having. And we're using this time to not only get our own rhythm for the attacks,
Yeah, there's a little bit of weird desync going on. I'm teleporting.
it's also to see what the server performance is like.
And there's fog now, too.
When does it spike up? I've noticed that whenever somebody leaves or joins a server, the ping becomes incredibly unstable.
Yeah, once the ping settles down to like around 100, that seems to be like where it's nice for us. He's moving away from rock. I'm gonna go between him and the rock.
This Trike got impatient, so he decides to try to run after us for a little bit, but he's still in spar mode.
He's moving. Nice hit pile one.
And when he does leave to try to alt attack me, it's already too late for him. And I can get away safe.
Back to the spot.
Yep.
That was close.
Gave you a little love tap as you ran away.
And if you've ever fought at Trudons, there's nothing more frustrating than almost getting one. Having one right on the edge of your attack, and like, I just missed him.
Bow going in. Bow missing.
As you can see, sometimes it takes a little bit to relearn the pounce. When you're playing on a higher ping server, you have to like lead some of your longer pounces, even if they might seem like instant pounces to you.
You gotta come up. You have to hit him a lot closer, I think. Like aim ahead of him, try to lead him a smidge.
That was an instant latch for me. I flew through.
In any case, we're dumping a decent amount of damage into this Trike now. The goal is to get him bleeding, knock out some damage so it forces him back into a corner, back into a wall, make him do something different than just standing out in the open. Obviously, it's best for us if it stays like this, but we do need to rest as well. So when we can get our stamina back, we're actually able to continue the fight for longer. Camping's not always the best thing to do against Troodons, because it gives us a time to catch up a little bit of breath.
3. I'm gonna get some stamina back.
Alright, he's ledge camping.
Again.
We might be able to get up top though. We can get on that rock right there.
I don't think you'll need to. I say we don't risk it with the rubber banding because you might just drop down and like land in front of
but
him.
it's more to just scare him if he knows we're up here.
It is nighttime now, so we should have all of our benefits.
See, he's scared.
After Vile climbed up on one of the rocks to try to get a little bit of additional pressure on him, just by making him very unsure about where the sounds are coming from. He's not able to see because of where he's crammed himself in against that rock. So, as he's moving, we're doing a little bit more damage.
Out of spar. He's trying to graze for food.
Making sure that he can't eat to heal, because eat to heal as a mutation, still in my personal opinion, it's just unnecessary for the game. I'd prefer to see it maybe you heal faster when you have a full stomach, maybe, instead of it just being a black buff based off of diets. That could be something a little bit different, but as it is right now, it's just not a fun thing to deal with.
Ooh, nice, dude. Done after Cal can spin. He tried to hit spin. Nice fucking dodge on that. Dodge retaliation. Gorgeous.
You can abuse the cooldowns from different alt attacks to find windows in which you can bounce yourself, just like Spinbit did there.
He's out of spar, so he can alt attack. Keep that in mind. Oh, he found an even deeper wedge. I love how the fucking herbivore players just like their only strat to fight us is just, yeah, I'm just gonna go find a corner.
I mean, they got to do what they got to do, right? We're fast little guys.
If
Just
an
be
underhanded
careful, there's
tactic
a
keeps you
goat
alive,
below him, so you might hit the goat instead of the trike.
You didn't kill it?
One of them
How
is
is it
killed.
not dead?
No, one of the goats is dead. Second one is now running out of wood.
Sometimes AI spawn in just very weird spots. So we had to wait for the goats to leave or die in order for us to, you know, be able to do
Let
anything.
me go real quick so we don't have to worry about food. If I could.
And hey, if the Trike can eat to heal in a corner, we might as well be able to have
So we
a
got
little
him in
bit
a
of a
good
snack
spot
as
if
well
he's
if we
down
want.
grazing.
Now, please forgive my inability to hit this guy, but he was spiking around a little bit. It's kind of funny though. But now that we have food,
I mean,
let's talk a little bit about what kind of mutations we're running as well. For those of you that are not aware, damage mutations now apply to pounce damage. Whereas in the past, I was a hardcore, only take hydrodynamic, multi-chambered tendons, and waiter. Now, sometimes, if you're not really playing around water as much, you don't really have to grab things like waiter. Instead, you can swap one of those mutations out for hypermetabolic, which as your hunger drops, the more damage you begin to deal. It also means that you can take more damage mutations overall, along with your quality of life. Because now, whenever you entomb, those mutations increase. And because Troodon has a relatively short life, it takes about an hour and a half to an hour 45 to get to 100% now. You can, over the course of just a handful of days, get a 3-4 times entombed Troodon with maximum buffs.
I'm gonna try. Let's see if I can try to spook him with a fake pound.
Because this Trike is in a different wedge now, and we're not entirely sure where the safe areas are, we're just playing around to see how reactive he is.
Not very reactive. He might be just trying to hold until we get bored.
A valid strategy.
could be combat logging.
No,
Right,
he's
he
got.
said moves.
He's in defense
I think
stance.
he's moving.
Yeah, he would fall out of defense stance if he combat logged.
We've had a lot of people combat log against our Trudon horde, which I understand. Nobody likes to lose several hours worth of progress to
He's turning more and more towards
well,
me every time I swing by this way.
something that, in your perception, does not take as long or is difficult to grow because of the outside threats. A lot of people view Trudon as something that's just a quick grow, you do a lot, and it's not much, pain to actually lose a Trudon. And this is where I'll agree to disagree with people. Nothing deserves to be stronger or better just because it has
Just
to grow for longer.
curiosity's sake, I think he can still hit me if I land up on that little rock ledge right there.
So that's why I think a lot of people try to camp in the first place. But I think it also has to do with the fact that nobody wants to die to Trudons. Because a lot of people in the community view
How's everybody
Trudons as
on
more
water?
pests, sanctuary rats, juvenile hunters. I've been
I'm
told that
looking for
Trudon
that.
should
It
not
should
be
be
going
okay.
up against anything over 700 kg. I feel like a lot of people limit themselves by just what they assume something can or can't do. You should give yourself more opportunities and more chances to go after something
Yeah,
bigger.
I think you have to go
Sure,
all the way
you
around
might
and
have
then
to
on that
restart
slope,
every
that
30 to
little
45
risky.
minutes, but very often we try to start fights as early as we can once we have Venom. Simply because the longer we try to fight things, the more times we die, the more times we'll end up succeeding as well. That's why Troodon is the Dark Souls character of the Isle. The more often you die, the more opportunities you're going to have to actually succeed in fights and learn from your mistakes.
I can get right up alongside of him. I know that for a fact. How he's not reacting, I can easily do it.
And the more often you play, the more often you try new things, even if it's risky, you'll learn all the things that your little Troodon can do. I'm seeing a little window here, because I know that the Trike hitbox is relatively solid as long as they're in spar mode. It's actually a lot scarier to try to pounce from the sides if they are not in
What
spar
was the
mode.
move?
I just ran up alongside the rock, went past his horns, and then faced his tail, and then pounced onto that, so I got his side slot.
Okay.
Now, despite how much in control of this fight we actually are, there's some times that the game will throw things at you that you just can't control. compies can spawn on corpses, especially after they start to rot.
More to his
If
left.
you are
There's a lot of
pouncing
blood, but I
and you
don't
end
think
up
that's-
hitting one of these said compies, you're going to end up having your pounce canceled, as is what's going to happen to Marvin here shortly.
Well, we got and delivered some compy food.
Oh!
That's unfortunate. I think the
I was
compies
behind
got
him.
in the way.
Yep. Oh well.
And sometimes just it happens. It's the Isle. In any case, we've lost Marvin. It's down to Vile, myself, and Spinbit. 3 of us against the Trike. He's still staying wedged up in the corner. Now he kind of feels probably a little bit more confident now that he's whittling us down bit by bit. And all he's trying to do is trying to hold out against us. However, that's not going to deter us. We know death is a feature of the Troodon. So I'm going to show the pack how I got in there.
Want to see me do it again, Val, just so you can watch what I'm doing?
Sure, if you want to run straight into those horns.
Like that, you mean?
Yeah, just like that. No, that was good. That was good. Thankfully, he didn't react, so
He did, but
that's the major part. He did. Oh, he didn't react to you running. He reacted to the sound of your pounce, which you didn't make a pounce sound with that instant launch that time.
nope. I'm becoming a little bit... They've changed some of the pouncing stuff. I'm starting to notice the difference.
As many of you guys know, I have many, many hours on Troodon. So I noticed small little changes, like a little bit of pounce help that they've given us. I've kind of learned how to use the dismount a little bit better. But using all these small little changes and tweaks that are just really good for pouncers like Omni and Trudon, obviously. It's just giving us the ability to do more and more and more. He's just not reacting to us as we run up. He's waiting for us to pounce, and he's trying to get us with a shove on the dismount. So we're just going to keep abusing that, because now we found the windows that we can dismount safely from.
Maybe we have our fog back.
We did suspect that maybe we had fog re-enabled at some point, but I think it was just nighttime and the Trike just couldn't see. So kudos to the Trike player for not using a gamma boost or anything like that. Confidence can build over the course of time. You don't have to rush into a fight to do a bunch of damage to all of a sudden feel confident. Sometimes taking it slow is going to be the way that you win.
Alright, back in stage 1. Good job for the thrash. There you go, nice. Yeah, he's not having a good time now that we figured out the timing.
The rubber banding's still terrifying.
And even though I'm sure some people might call it metagamey,
I try to keep my ping up in my top corner so I can see what's going on.
but because our lives are so dependent on server performance, I would recommend, if you're playing Troodon, keep your ping up in the top right corner, as well as your frames, etc. That way you can see when your performance is dropping, so you know when you can't go in,
We're
etc.
whittling him down. It's like 300 HP we hit him for the last couple stages, so he might be down about a K, which isn't much, but the bleed will stack up after a while.
Bleed is something that is controlled by the damage dealt, and your HP, your stamina, your diets, your water, all that will affect how long you bleed for.
He's reacting a lot more to the sounds and stuff now.
Since we've been keeping this fight up for so long, I started noticing that this Trike is moving around more, wiggling left and right whenever he hears noises, sprinting, footsteps.
See if I can get a hit on him.
So we're going to try to slowly start to build up the pace, because now we want him to feel more pressure now that he's obviously showing that he's a little stressed.
There's two?
We want to keep putting on a little bit more pressure on him.
Sorry, there's one.
And this is something that's kind of interesting with groups that you play with a lot. Over time, you learn how your friends play. You start to notice when your teammates are ready to fight,
I don't know if he's even reacting there.
and when they start picking up the speed.
Nice hit. Watch thrash. Ooh, that was close.
Yeah, that was a dangerous one. I'm glad there was no rubber banding there.
Whoop!
That was out of water.
Wow, that counts?
I'm gonna go hydrate real quick. I'll be right back.
Vile is very, very low on water. So Spinbit and I, we're going to try to keep as much pressure on as possible, so he doesn't know that we're missing a member, and try to take advantage of that. Sometimes the server doesn't let us land a hit, but even just being in the area, making noise is enough to cause the Trike to just start spamming attacks, spamming buttons, just hoping something hits us.
How to say anything?
That Trike's been sitting in the corner for a while. The bleed eventually will begin to stack, and it will start to get worse and worse.
He's trying to bait the graze.
Trying to eat to heal, get whatever health he can back, but now the vial's back in. We can keep the pace that Spin Bit and I have set, and Vial will start to fall into the rhythm with us as well. We're just trying to negate any healing he can get, whether it by grazing, whether it be just by the passive regens. We're burning out his stamina because the more stamina he uses, the worse his bleed is going to heal. It's going to take longer, which means we're going to be able to cause more damage. Damage is not the only weapon Troodon has.
Yeah, these are easy pounces on the side.
He was so wide open there that I was scared to go in.
Oh, my bad. I can keep the pressure up if you want.
Going in for a little burst of speed and a little burst of damage, that's going to be what helps you cinch these fights.
Nice hit spin.
Doing a chunk of damage starts a chunk of bleed, and it might not do much in the beginning, but as they burn more stamina, they have a harder time keeping the bleed up. Which means as this fight goes on, the same amount of damage will start doing more and more bleed.
Hey, he's finally moving a little bit.
There's one again, Vial. Nice. Ooh, you went right towards his head. He's still in sparm.
Yeah, no, that was rubber banding.
Oh.
Swapping slots is also something new that was given to Troodon. It's not always smart to immediately swap the second you can, but seeing which direction a target is going to move first, so you can decide what slot is going to give you the best escape route.
It's going to become daytime, so it's going to be harder to hit him whenever the venom does drop. Let me go for one.
You'll start to see that this Trike is going to begin moving and attacking as if he's anticipating what we're going to do. He notices we always swap to the head slot whenever we are trying to pounce away. So now he's going to wait until somebody gets onto his head slot until he tries to attack.
Just watch for his attacks. He didn't even react that time.
Or at least he's looking for confirmation to make sure that's what we're doing. So that when I hit his side here, he's going to turn to his right first and then try to shove to catch me as I'm dismounting from his head. That's why it's important to see if that target of yours is reacting or if you're going to get free hits every time.
He's trying to alt attack in spar mode. Yeah, his... Alright. Stage is dropped. He's grazing it. No, he's in defense mode.
Defensive.
I'm gonna put back in stage. Out of spar? Maybe? No, he's on spar. Whatever, get a little stamina back. I'm gonna snack up a bit too. I'm gonna go grab some water.
Okay. Oof. Spindit just ran right into the horn.
Oh, that's unlucky. Yeah, I keep turning into his body for that.
Spindit ends up pouncing right into the head of the Trike.
Get back quick with water.
Gets knocked out, and now it's just Vile and I. Vile went to get water a little bit earlier. I am very, very low on water as well, and low on food. We still want to finish out this fight just with the two of us.
I might have heard some other bigger footsteps on the way, so just be mindful of an Aloe or Rex ambush.
Okay.
If you're ever doing this in a fight, where you're having people hop in, hop out of the fight to eat, get water, you need to make sure you're not getting too much water or too much food, because the longer that you are out of the fight, the more control that you're going to end up losing. And since it's already almost daytime now, the Trike's going to be able to start seeing soon. And if he can start to see that there's only one or two of us, he's going to be far, far more aggressive. It was about this time we had a couple other people join in the Discord call, and we were playing with some EU folks, which is why we were playing on the EU official.
Or are we going a different server?
Where's Violent? Violent and I are still alive. Give us a minute, and we'll get ready to swap. We should be able to kill this Trike now.
It depends if well, win or lose, we'll probably be swapping.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Yeah, probably to an unofficial to try and avoid this rubber banding.
Alright, I got half wire. That's more than enough for this fight.
Yep, that's what I did too when I went there. He hasn't moved, he's just chilling. A little worried he's combat logged.
Is he still in spar stance?
No, he's T-posed.
I'll get over there, I can stack.
You'll have to excuse me while I was getting a water break. I was doing an IRL barbecue chicken break. So that's why you hear my somewhat muffled, gurgled, mouthful of food kind of talking here, so my bad.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Vile and I are finally back together.
For the biscuit, I guess.
Nope.
Nope,
There
he's
he
still
is.
there.
He's in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he thought he could get us.
My baiting is too masterful.
Oh my
I guess
god.
you could say that you are a master at being a baiter.
Yes.
Yeah, he goons.
Yeah, we're children.
Shogunin.
Trudon.
But it's funny how we can go from super goofy and silly right back into the action like nothing.
I'm Trudon.
There's one. Crash to
Where
get some
in
stamina back.
Highlands?
Hold.
Where in Highlands is the Trike?
Somewhere in the rocks of, I think, like a little north.
Did you hear that?
What's up,
Wait,
Al?
do
Come
we
out.
have to?
We had a couple other people join in on the server with us, and they wanted to maybe hop in the fight, at least for the last kind of tail
You
end.
might be told that there's only 2 of you visible.
He's back into. Now he's staying in the rock area. Nice for 3.
He doesn't know that more are coming. But in any case, it's daytime. He's getting more confident. He's running around. He can start to see us finally. So now,
That's really thin.
what can we
Yeah,
do
I can roll.
to really put some pressure on?
I swear I heard
We start
a
calling
Trudon.
more and more. Why would we get more vocal when it's just the two of us?
I just got full grown.
We start playing a little bit
Dumbass.
differently than we did before, taking longer for our dismounts.
Goji, we're still in a fight. Watch the comms, please.
The Trike starts to run.
Sage. He's moving. Yeah, I think fog got re-enabled. Going for 1.
We realize he's running for the water now.
He's running out. He's
He's
running
gonna try
out.
to use the water to save his life.
Yeah,
in front of him.
Scarlet.
Scarlet happened to be on the same server as us. We bumped into her in the wild. She wasn't even in the Discord call. So we brought her into the fight, and she joined in the Discord shortly
He's
after.
gonna ride a water. Put some hurt on him.
We know this Trike is running,
straight.
so we want to do some damage. So we're gonna maximize whatever damage we can do right now.
Nice, File. Fucking try to slide that shit. He's out of oh no, back in spar. Whoop. So he's stuck in a tree.
Interesting decision.
He's like, the trees will save me. The Lorax was here. Watch out, Bob.
I thought he was actually stuck.
Didn't think he was. See, he went on the other side of it now. Whoa.
Every time he thrashes, every time he turns around and stops sprinting to attack,
I'm gonna crouch in this bush until he moves.
he's burning out vital stamina that's going to get him to the water.
He gets some stamina back.
He's now long
Does
below
it
the
use
threshold.
stam for him to thrash?
Yes.
Sorry, Scarlet,
Oh.
that's my B. I got in front of you.
Bile unfortunately jumps
Yeah,
in front of
Scarlet's on
Scarlet
the
as
DC.
Scarlet's trying to jump in.
Ah, yeah.
Bile got hit a little bit, so he's going to sit
Okay.
down and heal up his bleed.
That was
Scarlet's going
entirely
to
my
keep
fault.
up the pressure with me.
I think he's out of Sam.
Now the Trike has dropped out of his sparring mode. And he's going to start using alt attacks to try to get us instead.
I'll be back in once my bleeding
Smart thing
stops.
for him to do out in the open, usually. Because you can use your alt attacks to hit at a wider
has fire
variety of
mode.
angles. And you don't have to worry about getting stuck in that forward shove. So this is where it helps to learn what the ranges are for your targets. Knowing what they can or can't hit from, and what the alt attacks look like. And just waiting for him to swing. Because he's probably expecting us to get impatient. Instead, we're just creating opportunities every time he attacks.
Oop, you're dropping right down. Fine.
Scarlet probably needs to sit down and heal. On Discord, never mind.
The edge of the water is so close to sight. This Trike is seeing it as a salvation. Scarlet and I know he's not going to risk attacking anymore. At least not proper alt attacks behind, where he has to turn all the way around again. So we're going to just quickly dump damage over and over and over. At least until he gets into the water.
He's drowning himself. Alright.
And it's funny.
Really?
camping
I
has
thought it
come
was gonna
full
end it.
circle.
After all this time, he's just going to
He tried camping cliffs, rocks, and corners, and now he's gone to the water.
He's drinking water. Watch out, Scarlet. Oh, you're trying to make him turn around? That's so funny.
Now he's put himself between, quite literally, the rocks and a croc place.
All right, bleed is healed. Coming up.
Is he coming out after it? Like, no way. I'm gonna try to get some stamina back too every once in a while. He's trying to get food. He's trying to heal up. He's got to eat to heal.
How difficult it is to grow a Deino, you very rarely get to see them. And oftentimes they're so opportunistic, they'll just take whatever lands in the water. Or, even worse, they're mixed packing.
Damn, I heard Trick. Nice. Ooh. Swim out the water. You're good. He's got no stamina. He can't run.
He went into the water, had gotten bit once. We weren't entirely sure what was going on there. But over time, we start to realize that he's taking damage every time he's in the water.
Alright, stage 3 is active. Yep,
Right.
and he is 100% out of stamina. He's a sinking.
Could be baiting.
No, he's absolutely trying to bait.
Why is he? Why is he making the damage noises?
I don't know. I'm wondering if he's getting damage in the water. Maybe. Could be a baby Deino. That'd be kind of funny.
Nibbling
Out of
his
stage.
toes.
Oh, it is a Deino. I see it. Little baby.
We were so happy that this croc was in the
Gonna
water.
be chill though.
Yeah, dude. Let's go. Fucking Croc W.
Mr. Deino, Mr. Croc, We were so grateful for you.
That's how low he was, bro.
Funny.
He's a Chad.
He's a Chadicosaurus Rex. That's what he is. Bro, what a baller! What a fucking baller this Croc is. Croc, if you end up seeing this footage, I love you. You have a special place in my heart now.
So we figured that while we were here in the area, until we decided to log off,
Something across the way.
we're gonna make sure that he
Maya or
and
Deino?
us were properly
Where,
fed.
South.
Yeah, no.
South heading.
Vile ends up spotting a
south
Maya.
heading east.
So that's going to be our next victim.
It went
Let's
behind
see if
those
he
little
sees the
islands
trike body at the water and
Where?
decides to do the
I
same
don't see it
thing.
yet.
Right next to us. You just passed it. You just
You
passed
ran
it.
by
I see
it,
it
Cal.
right here about the
It's
shoulder.
in front of
Herper
Scarlet.
derper. Oh yes. Do you not see what happened to the trike? There's something smaller on the other side. I think it's a Sarah.
Maya's on diet though, isn't it? No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Maya
is on our diet.
That's a sub Maya. It's not even a full grown.
The Crocs are like, oh, the Troodons are feeding me again.
Lol.
This entire next segment just reaffirms why I love this
Yeah,
game so
swim,
much.
please.
The experience
Yeah.
itself and the goofy things that can happen when you're out here in the wild playing.
Time to eat some rocks.
Having
There's
fun is
something
what makes
by
this
the
game
body.
so
It's a
great.
Sarah.
It really is. Funny situations like a Deino that is super grateful for a horde of Trudons.
Watch out for them grass.
A Maya running towards a Sarah. And what do you think the Sarah's going to try to do?
Sorry, Goshi.
Yeah. Watch out, Goj. The rubber band's gonna make your pounce a little funky wonky. Nice hit though.
Nice.
Yeah, if you can, you want to try and get as much instant matches as you can.
Right.
Or lead the pounce. Ooh,
Yeah.
Goj.
80.
He's coming at Cal.
Oh, the Dino's back.
Chase the fucker down. Let's go. Nice hit, Vile.
Careful of the Sarah.
Yep, keep eyes for the Sarah.
There's back at stage. I'm at me too. There goes. Oh, that face bounce. The face bounces definitely don't seem to get you stuck as much. The Deino bit him. Yeah, the Deino's fucking biting him.
Sarah's walking this way slowly. Sarah's coming over. Sarah's coming over.
Rude. Oh, he's going after the Maya too. This Maya's not having a good day.
Alright, well, I don't want to mix packs. I'm going to back up and let
Yeah,
them
I'm
do their
backing
thing.
off.
Dino's one.
He died.
Oh, Dino, yes!
Let's go.
Man, what a sequence of events that was.
Yeah.
Something I've never thought I'd be able to see, at least not in the wild like this. It's happened a handful of times where Crocs have helped us
You
out.
guys ready?
But how many of you guys knew that the Croc could bust down and, do the worm here? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, please like if you find yourself coming back. Hit that subscribe button. If you think I deserve it this time, give me that hype as well. Love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, stay trashy.
They ask you how you are, you just